Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you another League of Legends cast. Now we're 2 minutes into the game and for that I am sorry. So let's go over the teams fairly quickly, shall we? Oh, actually Vi is the jungler for blue team, let's say that at first. And Amumu was the jungler for red team, so they stole each other's buffs. However, Amumu did clear the small lizards and, well, Vi didn't, so Scumbag Vi will make it so that the blue buff will not respawn in a long time. However, it will result in Amumu getting them, and well, because Amumu has a Zed on his team, I don't think he will mind. However, man, I say however a lot, he will need to clear those rather soon, because he wants to have blue for himself, but he will need to clear it first. Now Taric now going with a stun, a very nice rocket jump though by Tristana, a level 1 rocket jump, so apparently she didn't click her abilities yet. Alright, I was going over the team. So Corki and Taric on the bottom lane versus a Tristana and a Lulu. Middle lane will be a Zilean, so that's nice. I always wanted to see another Zilean. Of course, I am spectating on EU West. Now LoL replay has been bug-free now for Season 3. It's still required for the spectating sites to update their shizzle so I can watch games from America and beyond. Oh, the fun is about to begin with the Zilean lane. He's going to throw bombs down no matter how many times it will take. And now it's going to be the top lane where we have Nidalee going AP, we don't know yet, versus a Lee Sin, who has only but consumables, so he has an Elixir of Fortitude with some wards. Same goes for Zed, so that will be nice. Zilean also only consumables, so who needs items, right? Nobody does. Mumu going down onto the Lee Sin. Will he be able to catch him while Lee Sin safeguarded towards his minions? And pre-level 6 Nidalee can't really help you all that much in her lane. She can auto-attack, maybe land a spear, but if she's AD then it won't do that much damage, of course. The base damage in the beginning does quite some amount. Oh, Corki doing quite some amount of damage as well. The Gatling gun doing a fierce amount of damage onto the Lulu. However, he did it for a tad too long, so Tristana was able to shoot him many times over. Jungler Vi waiting for a gank onto the Zed. Of course, if the Zilean is able to slow him down, that would be nice. This is a time for Zed to die. Probably a nice slow going down onto his face. Zed going all in. Heal yourself, Zilean. Won't work. First blood for Zed. He will probably get away as well. Indeed, the living clone. That's not. It's a shadow clone. No, living shadow. Ha, you twisted all around, Nightspectre. The living shadow was off cooldown, so he was able to back off. Zilean should have backed off a little bit more because, of course, Zed had an Elixir of Fortitude. He could increase his damage by quite a while and his health, and that's what he did. So first blood for Zed, turning a gank around in his favor, which you don't tend to see all that much. Now Nidalee does have AD runes. That still doesn't mean that she isn't going AP, because you tend to see Nidalee having either AD runes or armor penetration marks, or at least hybrid marks, just to make her laning phase a little bit easier. Lulu doing quite the amounts of damage onto Corki, and she doesn't want to surrender, trying to bait it in there. Amumu going from too far away though, so he will not be able to land bandage toss. A nice try no matter what, and Corki took a lot of damage, and the damage is still... She could jump this! Tristana really wants to jump this. Does Corki has barrier? Yes indeed, and Tristana has it as well, so Nidalee now not yet level 6, she will probably die because of this. Is Sonic Wave able to land though? Nope, they're going to turn it around. Minions doing a lot of damage on Lee Sin, however Nidalee still needs to be careful. If Vault Breaker is off cooldown, Vi might have been able to turn it around. Ooh, Zed is level 6 apparently, able to do hefty amounts of damage with Death Mark. Zilean pretty much already forced to get out of lane again. Now Zilean, if he's level 6, he is quite a good champion against Zed, because whenever Zed uses his I'm going to kill you immediately tactic, he can use his. Well, it's not an immediately kill you tactic, it's I'm going to resurrect myself just after a short period of time. Though he needs to be level 6 to use Chrono Shift, and now he is level 6. Taric healing Corki rather well. Lulu is too low on mana, so I don't think Corki will die now. It was close, and if Rocket Jump has been used by the Tristana at the tower, I'm not too certain. Nidalee actually going back to human form after pouncing Lee Sin. You don't see that a lot. She probably didn't even use takedown onto him. That was weird. Her final health potion even, so if she's back onto full health, she could probably kill Lee Sin. He doesn't have Ignite, he doesn't have his ultimate, did use his Elixir of Fortitude though, but he might still die. Already used his safeguard as well. Nidalee could go for this. If she could go for this easily. I'm surprised he doesn't. I'm surprised she doesn't. Now Lee Sin still has his flash, but then again, she just needs to pounce him, and I'm pretty sure he would just flash away. Instead, now he is going to recall. Nidalee might be able to throw a spear, but it got evaded pretty easily. Go for it, Nidalee. Well, now safeguard is off cooldown, so don't go for it. No, now it's not on cooldown anymore. However, now there is an Amumu, so be careful, he might be baiting you. Maybe that was the reason why she didn't want to go in back there, because there's no vision on Zed. Oh, actually, it's Amumu on her team. What am I saying? Nightspectre, what are you saying? I don't know. A kill on Zed. Nidalee did not get the assist, though. But great play nevertheless. Now it's going to be Vi going in onto Amumu. Dancing Blows will get the kill, but Amumu flashes away. Zed will get another kill out of that. And Nidalee, no, you will not get an assist, girl. It's all Zed's place today. You just farm, okay? Just farm. Zed got this. Zilean wanted to have this and actually succeeds in making it so that Zed needs to use Living Shadow to get away. But guess what? The damage isn't all that grand, Zilean. Plus, Nidalee was able to use a Primal Surge, which healed a lot, actually. Is she leveling it first, Nidalee? I want to see whether or not... Yes, indeed, she is leveling it first, which probably means she is not an AP Nidalee, because increasing Primal Surge will mean it increases the attack speed you get from it. And AP Nidalees tend to no longer level Primal Surge first, because the mana cost is just insane. Back in Season 1, we used to level Primal Surge because the chance of you landing a spear was just too low. However, these days, because the mana cost has been decreased for the Javelin toss... And what am I saying? Lulu is taking a lot of damage there. Does she still have her ultimate? Nope, she already used it. Now it's going to be Tristana getting the kill. However, guess who teleported into the middle, into the bottom? It's mid laner. Oh, very nice flash. Considering that Dazzle from short range is almost an instant stun. That was a nice flash. You get a thumbs up, Tristana. So then, item-wise, Nidalee bought herself a Giant's Belt, and there is Zed once more going in for the kill onto Zilean. The spear gets flashed away, dodged by the Lee Sin. He's going to try and use a ward to safeguard over it. Will succeed. Will try and use a switchery-do, but Zed pretty much predicted that because he was just standing right next to the golem that was hit, so that will be a kill for Zed. Nope, Lee Sin again going with the switcheroo onto the ward, and now it's going to be Assault and Battery used on Nidalee. She has a Giant's Belt though, and hope Amumu was there. Oh no, Vault Breaker fails, a long range bandit starts followed up by Curse of the Sad Mummy. Living Shadow with the swirly whirly attack will give him the kill, and with swirly whirly I mean Shadow Slash. Well, it kinda sounds swirly whirly. Big damage going down onto Lulu. She still has her ultimate. Wild Growth can still be used to turn things around. Will use it on herself as my mouse goes berserkers once more. Corki got baited in heavily. Valkyrie towards the tower and then just, well, here we go. And she's a big Lulu then. Nice glitter lance used there. And bonus speed being given to Tristana as well with the whimsy. But she decides, nah, I'm happy enough. We did great. And they did. Very good baiting indeed, Corki. You should have known, man. That Wild Growth is a little bit overpowered. No, it's not. As long as you know it exists, it isn't. But apparently you don't. Vi stands for, oh my god, it's a staff mark being used on my face. And Vi stands for Vi. I'm dead. Viva Pinata and all that good stuff. So Nidalee is apparently going for the tanky, I am going to counter push all day long build, and it will work out rather great. We'll go for an early Warmox. Her team is doing dragons, so that will give her some more monies. She is having some difficulties against Lee Sin, but she leveled her Primal Surge first, so she will regen quite the amounts of health, thank you very much. Lee Sin is getting low on energy. Nidalee, well, she is not able to do a single scratch onto the Lee Sin. He is able to use his safeguards at the right moment. Not using it on a minion though. Oh, there he goes, using it on a minion. Another safeguard. He is blocking pretty much all the damage Nidalee does onto him. He doesn't care. Of course he has a Vampiric Scepter, so he's able to sustain himself rather nicely. Vampiric Scepter combined with his Iron Will ability just makes him so sustainy. It's not even funny. Blue team pushing rather hard. Of course, both Tristana and Lulu went back, not predicting that Corki and Taric would push so hard, probably, but they managed to make it so that the turret damage has been negated for at least a little bit. So great play. Huh, look at those names. I want you guys to look at these names. Are they duo cures? I don't know. Something tells me they might. Chances of them not being duo cures would be awesome if they managed to get in the same game. Trust me, that would be awesome. Corki wants to go and do something together with Zilean, but guess what, Zilean? You were standing on top of a ward. And Taric actually wants to go in there. They need to be careful. Lulu can shield and wild growth herself. So, well, Vi is there, so it doesn't matter. Zed being taken fairly low, but he's able to escape. It's going to be wild growth used by the Lulu, and exhaust going down onto Vi. However, they will all escape. Dazzle being used by Taric, it won't work. And guess what? Lee Sin was not able to kill Zed because he used Living Shadow and Flash. No, he didn't use Flash, he just used Living Shadow. Vi taking a lot of damage there. The exhaust now going down, but afterwards it might be possible for Tristana to use her Flash. Actually using her Blade of the Ruined King to slow down Corki and heal herself. Will get one kill. Nope, she will not. Yes, she will get one kill, but guess what? Corki will get two. Nope, Vi will take one. Nope, double kill for Corki. Great play by blue team. Too bad if Tristana was able to get Taric just a little bit faster. She would have been able to either rocket jump away or actually rocket jump onto the Corki, which will make a rocket jump onto the Vi possible. And that would have been a triple kill. It would have been awesome. Maybe she didn't have enough mana. I wasn't aware. I didn't see. But it would have been awesome. Too bad we didn't get to see it. Lee Sin manages to hit a Sonic Wave or didn't follow it up with a... I was gonna say Equilibrium Strike, but that's not Lee Sin. It's a Resonating Strike. Thank you very much. Sorry, Lee Sin. I'm sorry. Oh, Zilean using the Chrono Shift to try and stay alive. At least the ultimate of Zed is burned. But the Death Mark doesn't have that big of a cooldown anymore. He has the Brutalizer. It gives him cooldown reduction. Only 10%, but Death Mark doesn't have that big of a cooldown. It's only 86 seconds. Lee Sin is going to get spotted, probably. He wanted to place a ward, I'm not too certain. Maybe he doesn't have a ward in his inventory. That's pretty bad, because there's going to be an Amumu pretty damn soon. If Nidalee gets too aggressive though, he might predict this. Nidalee shouldn't be in kitty form right about now, because it's giving too much information away. This is how you play Nidalee. Be a human, you're less threatening that way. Though he should know this is a bait. A very nice bandage toss there, followed up by a Curse of the Said Mummy, of course. Ignite going down onto Lee Sin. He is going to try and safeguard away. Nidalee will flash towards him. Auto attacks aren't enough. Lee Sin will get out of this. Sonic Wave lands, but Resonating Strike will not be followed up about it. I'm going straight to the bottom, where Tristana gets caught by both Vi and Zilean. Zilean will probably die as well to the Zed, but at least they got to Tristana. Zed doesn't care apparently, so he will get away. Nidalee will die. Lulu got the kill onto the Zilean, so I'm going back just for that. Sorry. Did it work? No, I went back too far into the past, where we had Tristana getting the kill onto Corki. So we weren't there because we were following the Lee Sin action there, but Tristana did manage to jump away, and this we all saw, of course. We had a bomb getting on top of the head of Tristana by Zilean. He got caught, however, by the Zed, so he ran away as fast as he can, and this is what I wanted to see. Well, he was so low, only one Glitter Lance would have been enough to get the kill. And actually, she also used help picks, which I can't really blame her for. Hey, you want a kill? You get a kill. So great play by both teams, I might say. 2 for 2. Because of course Lee Sin got the kill onto Nidalee. Did I actually caught that, or did the dynamic camera says, no, we're not going to see? Well, he landed his Sonic Wave, so the only thing that could have happened for Nidalee was death. If you missed it. I don't remember. Middle tower getting taken down rather low. Will Vi do something about it? There are too many minions. And we have a blue buffed Lulu. So her ultimate barely has any cooldown. Not that she used it. Living Shadow doing some damage on Vi. Missing the shurikens though. And we have Amumu just jungling about. So what will both teams do? Well, we know what red team will do. We have Nidalee on top. She will stay top for all eternity and beyond. We'll make it so that Lee Sin will need to remain top, which is actually a bad thing because Lee Sin is a fairly hard mid-game champion. I must say the entirety... Oh, we have Lulu getting caught there. Will she be able to use Wild Growth just in time? Yes, indeed, but the damage was just too much. Tristana got the kill onto Corki, though. She doesn't have the red buff. It is Taric that had the red buff and the blue buff. However, he is taking so much damage. Another exhaust going down, though. So Taric manages to escape with the blue buff and the red buff. So, where was I? Well, where I am now is Death Mark being used onto Lee Sin. The damage is not never mind, the pop of Death Mark did more than enough. Vi wants to go in, but guess what? There's a Nidalee. She could have used Assault. Nope, it was on cooldown. If she had Assault and Battery, it might have been a kill, but guess what? If you don't have Assault and Battery, don't even bother. As my Facebook is probably going to go berserkers because I'm not replying. Nidalee has so much HP. And actually a fair amount of attack damage, so let's check out her items. Indeed, she has the Warmock's armor. She will probably use her Tear of the Goddess, which is still not fully stacked, which is weird. It should be stacked around the 17-minute mark. Well, we'll wait for the 20th-minute mark. I'm okay with it, Nidalee. Of course, she's not AP Nidalee, so she doesn't use abilities as much, though the only thing she might do less is throw spears. And she still throws them. While in the mid-game, the spears do a fair amount of damage, though it's not really worth throwing them down all that much. As an AD Nidalee, I tend to prefer sometimes to level up my Bushwhack first, because it makes your pounds do more damage. I think, I'm not too certain though. Did Amumu land his bandage? Thus he didn't. So, Dragon Slain for Red Team, giving them a 7,000 gold lead. And Lee Sin wants to go for some hefty amounts of damage onto Nidalee. Keep in mind, she's a Nidalee. If she gets into the bush, she will be able to escape. Or will she? Dragon Rage is of course off cooldown for Lee Sin. That might have given him the burst needed to get the kill, but it's still Nidalee. She will remain doing that. So, Amumu finding himself a vibe. What I was going to say, so Nidalee on top, Lee Sin will have to remain top, which means he won't be a presence in the mid-team fights, unless of course Amumu gets a nice bandage toss there. You don't let me speak, do you? Well, that will be a kill. Oh, will he get them all with a Curse of the Sad Mummy? He will. So not only Taric being caught there, also Vi trying to get the kill. Won't work. Amumu flashing away because, hey, there was a Zilean. It would be funny if Zed was able to move himself with his bomb towards Amumu. If Zilean was able to put one last bomb onto him, it would have been awesome. Instead, it's going to be Lee Sin missing. Oh, Sonic Wave missed, so this is the cue for Nidalee to go in. Instead, she's going to wait just a little bit. I don't think she has lifesteal, so it's actually wiser if she would just go in right about now. Lee Sin still has his ultimate though, so okay. Never mind. I thought he would have used his ultimate after such an engage. Apparently not. So, wise move, Nidalee. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I won't say it again. Just don't get hit by a Sonic Wave or you will die. Welp. She is getting slowed, so it might be a little bit easier, but a nice dodge nevertheless. Though still be careful, Nidalee. He still has his Dragon Rage. Who is dying? I don't know, but Taric gets a movement speed boost. However, Lulu can do the same, girl, so I don't mind. You come over here with your emeralds. I shoot you down every day, all day. Isn't that right, Pix? Damn, Skippy. So now that I have the time to say stuff, I'm being ridiculous again. So, as I was going to say, and I got interrupted twice. Never mind, it's going to be the Tristana going in onto the Corki. She still has a rocket jump. Boom goes the rocket jump. Going to use a buster shot just to get some certainty onto her kill. Will she go in for the Taric as well? It is dangerous to dive a Taric once his dazzle is off cooldown. He is tanky, he can imbue himself to get some more healing, and he gets armor from his shatter, so you don't want to dive a Taric. Though if you have two players, they still had their wild growth, so they could go for it. Vi almost dying there, will need to flash away, but guess what? Zed will just use his living shadow to get closer to you. Did he have flash? Nope, so a very nice play indeed. It's going to be Zilean going to throw down bombs, but they don't do any damage. He has been out-farmed so hard that there's barely anything he can do. Zed now trying to not give an assist away to the entirety of blue team. Well, the only one that didn't get the assist was Taric, and guess what? Taric might actually die. Amumu now taking the hit for Lulu there. That was quite important, but I think he will die instead of her. Now Lulu should be able to get away, dodging the Sonic Wave, so it would have been hard, but I think Whimsy is off cooldown, yes indeed, so if needed, she can get away. Nidalee throwing a spear and actually hitting it, doing some mighty damage. That's of course the plus side of leveling your spear second. It will make it so that of course the base damage of your ability powers attacks the spear. Whoa, almost hitting there, but it wouldn't have been enough. would do more damage. So you have to decide, are you going to be a human or are you going to be a cat when you go AD Nidalee? Most of the time you are a cat, but apparently she decides to not push the top lane and go to the middle, which I don't really understand. You give Lee Sin time to push down the lane you are supposed to push. Now it's going to be Tristana with the buster shot. Corki getting away, but Flash was off cooldown. Killing spree for Tristana. The red buff slowing Corki just down enough, so it results in an easy kill. We have now both the ninjas going down onto each other. Lee Sin is not able to turn this around. His Dragon Rage was still off cooldown, on cooldown. That's a pity indeed. A pity of the ages. So Zed is able to farm pretty much everyone if he's able to get Lee Sin. Lee Sin was doing quite well. Now it's still not over yet, even though it's a 10,000 gold. Yeah, that's going to be very hard for blue team to get over this. Never give up, blue team. Vi is very strong in the end game, and that Zilean ultimate is so messy to deal with. Vi going in onto the Lulu. Lulu can be quite tanky if needed be. She's a very good paid champion. It's going to be Vi now needing to run away. Bandage Stars should be able to hit. Oh, very nice chrono shift there by Zilean at the perfect timing. So if you're able to do that as a Zilean, such perfect timing will result in your team actually having another player. They could use the very long range assault and battery there. Lulu doesn't want to die though. Now Tristana is in the fray. Did she live for long enough? Zed is there as well. Zed going onto the Taric. Taric flashing away. Nidalee flashing in will take him down. And he doesn't want to get taken down by a Cougar. Now it's going to be Vi running away, gets the spear. Never mind. It was Tristana getting the last shot in, but I'm pretty sure she would have gotten the spear, and it would have been an awesome game. Now Corki taking huge damage from Amumu. I can't blame him. He has a Sunfire Cape combined with the Despair. Does so much damage over time. You do not want to get close to this mummy. And he is using his ultimate, so that will result in a G to the G for Red Team. A very dominating game indeed. Powered by Zed. It must be said. Of course, Tristana and Lulu did great as well, though Zed really snowballed hard and made it so that Zilean was useless throughout the game. Zilean is a mid-game champion, AP-wise. As a support, even more so, though I really like his Chrono Shift ultimate. You could have seen it, it saved the life of Vi. Vi is a good end-game champ. Lee Sin is stronger in the mid-game as well. So it was a wise decision for blue team to surrender because endgame power of red team was just bigger. Tristana has a bigger range than Corki and is able to escape better. Lulu, well, is on equal footing on Taric of course, but Amumu is also very strong in the endgame. You can barely kill him. The amount of crowd control he brings to his team and the engage potential is just too big of a factor. And Nidalee, well, you will not be able to kill her in the endgame. Just a fact. So guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Whatever it is I'll do, whenever it is I'll do it. Goodbye, and thank you for watching.